Hey guys, so I actually just got back from the pool. Probably spent like 2 hours at the pool, but yeah, I basically just like laid out there and tried to get a tan, which I don't think really worked, besides the fact I was actually debating kind of sharing this, but being that I really want to use this channel to be authentic with you guys and to just talk about my recovery and my own journey, in hopes that not only it helps to hold me accountable, but also helps to show people out there who are going through the same thing that they're not alone, and that their feelings and experiences are valid, and that they don't have to feel like no one else out there is going to be able to understand them. So basically what's been happening kind of like behind the scenes that I haven't really been sharing is that I have been going backwards, and backwards in a way not intentionally that I was pursuing behaviors, but in a way that I was just really struggling mentally, and it began to reflect itself physically. I was again projecting those behaviors onto people so I could blame them instead of myself for. So sorry for the hair in my mouth, but just please disregard that. For pursuing those behaviors and for not taking accountability of my actions, finally owning up to that and just being honest with myself and saying, okay Zoe, like, you do have an issue that you need to address right now, and that's kind of actually been really hard, but I'm beginning to admit it and to honor the fact that yes, I do have an issue right now that I need to take care of, and I'm no longer going to hide behind blaming other people for my actions. I'm going to take responsibility for what I've been doing. And I know the struggle for me has been the fact that the exercises that I have been doing, I have actually really enjoyed. There's not a exercise or a class that I've taken that I've regretted doing, because I genuinely have enjoyed doing them. I just know that with my past with food and all of that has been hard to kind of find that balance between understanding what's too much for my body and what is right. So definitely taking a step back and holding off on exercise for a little bit has been a decision that me, my dietitian, and my family have come to make. And although it's really hard for me to accept, I know that in the long run it's going to be worth it, because I'll eventually be in a place where I can perform at my most optimal level when I do engage in those exercises that I really enjoy. And I also won't be constantly thinking about food or feeling guilty around food or shame, and I won't, food and exercise won't be the center of my life, because I noticed also that compared to December, my anxiety around food has been insane. Like, it doesn't matter what I eat, doesn't matter what meal I eat, I would end up feeling super ashamed, super guilty. So many urges were there just to either engage in a behavior or just go exercise and do something, and just to get my mind off of it. And I had never felt that way in a very, very long time. And my dietitian, I was telling her about it, and she was like, Zoe, you know why you're feeling that way, right? And I was like, well, I'm not really sure. Like, I honestly don't know why I'm doing what I'm doing or why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling. And she told me that, like, it's because you're underweight. That wasn't something I was really happy to hear, and I was kind of mad and confused to hear that. She was telling me that, which it makes sense, I feel like my intuition was telling me this, but I just never wanted to admit that what I was doing was not sustainable. But she was basically saying that when your body is in a state of semi-starvation, your brain begins to shrink, and as do all your other organ systems, and your body either begins to like decrease its appetite, or whenever you eat food you have heightened anxiety around food because your body's so fixated on it. And that really kind of awakened me, I guess, and were making me realize that what I'm doing right now isn't sustainable. Did I really hope it could be a balance for me? Yes, I did hope that what I was doing, my lifestyle, was going to be able to balance out and I'd be happy, but it didn't. And I'm not choosing to look at this as a relapse or as a setback, because I in no way was pursuing those behaviors to intentionally go backwards and to fall back into an eating disorder. I'm aware of nutrition, I'm aware of what I need to be eating, I'm aware of everything. It's just also been fears of just accepting my body and just being confident in who I am and what I look like. And I think that's also where body dysmorphia comes in. Since going to college especially, I feel like I was comparing myself to a lot of people, and I was doing it, I think, so much that I was putting so much pressure on myself to be a certain way, and it kind of made me not recognize who I was in the mirror. I just kind of saw a person, I didn't really see myself, and I still feel like that's how I see myself right now. Like, I don't really know who I am, and I'm glad that I've had this experience up until now, because it's made me realize that I do need to pay more attention to myself, and I do need to take care of her and be confident in my voice and my opinion rather than basing it off of someone else. I think that it's been that and a mixture of kind of like not knowing how to cope with everything. So ever since going to college and starting, I still have really no idea what I want to do. I have a vague idea as to the plan I'm going to be setting out, like what I plan on majoring in and minoring in and stuff, but I don't have like a set plan. So that's been very like stressing me out a lot, and I think my inability to have a set idea as to what I'm going to do and know how everything's going to pan out has caused me to turn to exercise, because with exercise I had a goal in mind and I knew I was going to reach that goal by the end of the workout. Whereas in college, you don't know. You can have an idea, but you're never going to know how everything's going to pan out 100%. And that's just been the way I coped with it. And I know now that I need to develop a healthier coping mechanism or outlet to adjust to college life. And honestly, I don't know if this would be included in like a recovery kind of update, but being in college for a semester and a half, I just still don't feel like the college life is for me. I've noticed when I do come home, like, I feel so much more calm. Yes, there's that anxiety because comparison with my family members is still there, and I'm still working on it, but overall I just feel like calm and nurtured and in a safe space. Whereas in college, I feel like I'm constantly always on the go, and I never have time to really rest and really take care of myself. And I honestly feel if it had to ever come down to anything, I'm always going to choose to take care of myself over anything. Not anything, but like if I had to choose between like my schooling and putting myself first, I'd always put myself first, because I can't do anything if I don't put myself first and foremost, if that makes any sense. I don't know what I'm going to do with college yet. I've actually debated coming home and doing school online or transferring. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to be doing yet, but I don't know. I don't even know why I brought it up. I just feel like that situation has had a big influence, or my recovery and my mental health lately has had a big influence on my college life and my college experience in the future, pertaining to the future, I guess. So yeah, so that's kind of been my little update. I'm doing my best to hold myself to be more accountable, and I hope this video did not trigger anyone. I'm not making this to trigger anyone. I'm not mentioning numbers or anything, but I'm just saying that when you catch yourself going backwards, don't look at it as a failure. I'm scared to decrease my exercise because I'd been doing it so much that it became like an everyday habit for me to do, and it became an outlet for me, and not being able to engage in that outlet is hard. Because, for example, today I went out with my friends and we went bowling, and then I was hungry, but I didn't really want anything there. I had to make a decision whether to just accept the fact that not every meal is going to be perfect. And I did, and I ended up getting something to eat. And yeah, it was hard because I don't enjoy eating out a lot of the times, just because it never really makes me feel good. But I did it, and I just took care of my body and just did my best to stay positive throughout the whole process. And now I'm gonna make myself dinner. So I'm actually gonna shower first and then make myself dinner. But I'm probably gonna be making some pasta. I've been on a pasta kick lately. Like yesterday for my birthday, I went to a restaurant for lunch with my mom, and we went to get and I got like mac and cheese, and it was so good. I'll insert like a clip or a video here, but it was so good, and I really want to try and recreate it and see if I can like get it somewhat similar. But I'm gonna try and have that for dinner, and then maybe we will challenge ourselves for a night snack. So I'll see you guys when I make dinner. In the backseat, head pressed against my knees, I wanted to scream. Behind this gaze, I'm quite afraid, like nothing can wrap my head around it. Can wrap my head. I find this weight pressed under a dark lampshade, and all I want is a break. Can wrap till morning. Okay, so what I did was I strained the boiled potatoes and carrots, and I put them in a blender, and now I'm just going to be adding some garlic powder. I would say probably about like a teaspoon of garlic powder and onion powder. And then I'm also going to, I let 1/4 cup of cashews sit in some warm water for about like 20 minutes, and I'm just gonna add that as well. And then I'm also going to be adding about 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. I think I might also add some turmeric and black pepper, so I'm gonna be right back. Just like a dash, and then some black pepper, and then obviously some salt. And then I'm gonna take, so I used like a ladle thing with slots, so I have some of the veggie liquid that was boiling the potatoes and carrots. So I'm gonna take like maybe 1/4 cup of that of the water and add it to here, and then blend it, and then if I need to add more, I'll add more until it creates like a smooth, creamy consistency. So and taste test. It's pretty good. Can't really complain. I actually really like it. So I will definitely leave the full recipe, or like the written form of it, in the description box. But now I'm just heating up some pasta and some peas, and then I'm also going to heat up some gluten-free bread that I got recently at Publix. I'll show you guys what that looks like too. And yeah, that's gonna be my dinner. So these are the bread rolls I've been having with my pasta, and I honestly really like them. I like that they're gluten-free, and they're also egg-free, soy-free, and nut-free. So if you have any allergies, these are like basically, I feel like, free of all allergies, but don't quote me on that. This is what I'm going to have for dinner, and I'm hopefully going to be doing something fun for my night snack tonight, so I will check in with you guys when that happens.
A few moments later.
So it is now around like 8:20, and I'm having a night snack, and for my night snack I'm having one of the chocolate chip cookies that I made from Tess Beg's ebook, and then I also put on top this dairy-free vanilla gelato that was in my freezer. I had never tried it, but I think my mom had gotten it a couple months ago when we went to the grocery store and no one else was eating it, so I saw this and I was like, oh, I'll just add that on top. So yeah, I'm just gonna have this. It'll probably be the last thing I eat today, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm definitely going to be making more videos like this just to help in the future hold me more accountable as I get back into recovery and get back on track and finding what makes me balanced, and also getting my whole body back into balance and optimal functioning capabilities. So yeah, if you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you didn't, just give it a thumbs down, because that's okay too. You guys have a great rest of your night or day whenever you are watching this, and I'll see you guys in the next video.